another huge part of that is us as individuals carrying ourselves in a certain manner. There was one situation or an experience that I had. I was at a Steak and Shake in Indiana, and I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Indiana, but Indiana back in the day was one of the Ku Klux Klan, you know, that was their headquarters type of deal or whatever. So long story short, I was in Steak and Shake, and it was this older white gentleman that was in there. And around this time, this is when I really started to uh, you know, carry myself differently, present myself differently. I feel that I always kind of had the same aura, but just off of appearance of how I presented myself, I intentionally made it different because I understood the impact and the power that it had, not only on me, but also other young men that see me, and also people outside of our culture. So I'm ordering food, and this older white guy comes and sit next to me, and he's like, he just starts talking to me. He's like, man, we're all brothers and sisters in this world, and Dr. King, he died for a good reason, and blah blah blah. Now, and mind you, while he's talking to me, he's starting to shake, like, tremble type of deal. So just in my experience, I'm like, okay, in my head, I'm like, okay, dude probably finna pass out or something. Maybe he got diabetes, some type of condition, whatever. And the longer that I'm talking to him, the more aggressive the shakes are becoming, the trembles. And after I finished talking to him, I give him a hug, like, man, we all brothers and brothers in Christ and blah blah blah. And I give him a hug and leave. And in my head, I'm like, man, this dude was probably a racist, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, he probably, chased niggas or whatever the case may be. But he saw me as a black man in this establishment, carrying myself in a certain type of manner, in a certain type of way. And whatever revelation it is that he had, he felt comfortable enough to, what I'm saying, expose this to me. So if me carrying myself in this manner can have this impact on this old white man, then if we all do it, then what kind of impact can we have on the world? You know what I'm saying? And not only just in our culture, but again, the world. And what can we change from that?
Vic, I got a question for you. It's not a jab. It's a question, and I like your perspective. What would you say to the people that rebut a story like that with so I've got to act Eurocentric to be accepted in question form? How would you reply to that?
I wouldn't even say is that. It's just carrying yourself as a good person in society. You know what I'm saying? Uh Going into a not going into an establishment smelling like weed, not having your hair all over your head, not having your pants sagging. You know what I'm saying? Not talking loud as hell, ghetto, and you know what I'm saying. You doing all this and that. That why do we have to do that? You know what I'm saying? We don't have to do that. That's a choice for people to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my rebuttal. Why? Go ahead, Shan.
I mean, and to answer that, AP, it's not even just Eurocentric. Everybody acts a certain type of way, except for the most part, except for us. It seems to be universal besides us, and there are ways to still be African American, to have our creativity in a way that's still presentable, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, we wear dreads. It's tasteful.
Locks.
The
They're
locks.
locks. They're
There are
locks.
things that we can represent ourselves. There's nothing distasteful about these things. It shows our creativity. We're just saying, pull your pants up. Where in the world is it okay to have your ass out? You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
why are we looking at your underwear? They belong under your wear.
Right.
That's why they're called underwear. So we sit here and we think things are okay that are just clearly not okay. In nowhere you can't make something right that's wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah.
We're not talking about hairstyles. Maybe she's rocking an air, but these are not things we're talking about. We're talking about just walking out being decent.
That's it. That's it. That's
Respect
all.
yourself.
My hair, and I know you guys can't see it, but my hair is extremely long. I've been growing it for about 14 years now. My hair is by far one of the easiest icebreakers across the board with every single culture. Like I have so many old white people that walk up to me and legit have a full-blown conversation with me just because they see my hair. And I typically always keep it, you know what I'm saying, done and presented. Uh is that one of those things of where, oh, I've never seen a black guy before type of deal? Yeah, maybe. But the fact that they're able to see a black man carry themselves in a manner of where it's presentable, I still got the swag, I got the strut, you know what I'm saying? And they see me, I'm smelling good, I'm looking good. And man, oh man, your hair is amazing. And I can sit here and have this whole conversation with a 70-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? That's powerful, regardless of what stereotypes it is that she may have been exposed to. You know what I'm saying? It's just all in how you present yourself.
The main reason why I asked the question, and not necessarily for my benefit, right? Because I fully understand these things, but we do everything in our power to justify why it's okay for us to do bad behavior. We do all that we can. That's just me. That's who I am. If they can't accept me for who I am, blase, blase, we do so much. We spend so much time defending the bad behavior that we can't understand that it's actually bad behavior. That's simply what it is.
Period.
And that was the reason for the question because I wanted to kind of dive a little bit deeper into it, what you
Yeah.
were saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marky Mark, did you speak?
And I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, everybody.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up?
Yo.
What's the question?
So we were just talking about. So you guys are late. So I ran into this guy, right, who's from Colombia, and he was just giving me the lowdown on. And I asked him a question. How do men in Colombia or people in Colombia view African Americans? And he just gave me a mouthful, like you know. I'm pretty sure you can understand some of the things he had to say. Like black women, even though he said he would love to date a black woman if he had an opportunity. He hears like the strong black woman. And so he was like, do y'all say that on dates? And I was like, I don't think so. I've never heard anybody go on a date like, I'm a strong, independent black woman. And so that went into the conversation of, he brought up Sexy Red, and he just didn't understand it because I had explained to him, because he's new here. I had explained to him that that's just a loud minority. That's not how all, you be here long enough, you'll know that that's not how all African Americans work, right? And so
I
he
mean,
just could not
shit, depending
understand.
on what area you in, that might be all he see.
Oh, no, he's not in that area. And so
he's in an area where a lot of us probably aren't, right? Is he in an area that a lot of us probably aren't?
Yeah, he's not around a lot of us. Okay. And so we went on to say that he talked about the Sexy Red, and then so I tried to explain to him that loud minority, and he did not understand why we allow the loud minority to speak on our behalf. He felt like he was like, well, you're being misrepresented. Why don't you say something? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. He said, do you understand that every culture has that group of people, but they don't allow them to speak for them? Like
exactly.
he said, so it's kind of your fault. Like, you just allowing them to speak for you. And so that's the conversation. That's how we start the conversation now.